Hey everyone, Anya here, and I teach Russian as a foreign language. Today I'll be talking about cases. How to approach cases. Since you're watching this video, you have probably already run into situations when you wanted to construct a very simple sentence, such as I like da-da-da-da. My name is da-da-da-da in Russian. And then you run into all those different forms and different types of structures that are very different from the English language. And then you realize, Russian is a very different language. Can't you just forget about cases? Well, actually, I have heard this idea before many times. People say you just have to speak a lot and it all comes by itself. You can study the language through immersion. And you know what? It does not work with everyone. We, ordinary people, can't just ignore cases. Russian sentence is constructed with the help of cases. So if you don't know the cases, then how are you going to deal with sentences? So what people do, they take out these huge tables and huge charts and start diligently learning all the forms. Okay, look at this. They study all the forms of the genitive case. They look at that, the dative case, all the forms. They learn to decline adjectives and possessive pronouns. Look at this. All of these charts, all of these forms, the plurals, and then adjective declensions. And declensions of possessive pronouns and personal pronouns and proper names and numerals. I know, you just get lost and you go crazy. Literally, you can go crazy. Okay, I understand, I feel for you. So, what do we do? How do we approach cases? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to approach cases. The first thing you have to keep in mind is that once Russian is a different language, you should approach it differently. In many languages, grammar becomes more and more complicated with the next level. In the beginning it's simple, and then it gradually becomes more complex with the next level. For example, in the beginning, in the very first English lesson, you can already operate with prepositions. Like, for example, the book is under the table, it's on the table, it's next to the table, it's opposite the table, and so on. In Russian, you cannot do that. The majority of grammar, I'm talking about 70 or even more percent of grammar, is upon the elementary level, which means you can expect to have spent more hours, more time on your elementary level than with other languages, right? Once you have built a strong base in your elementary level, then you can build your vocabulary and syntax in your intermediate and upper levels. There is just no use of learning a verb and not knowing how to, which case to use after those verbs, okay? So your concern in your elementary level is grammar. Secondly, I suggest learning the cases one by one. Of course, it's a good idea to have an overall picture of the case system, of the functions of the cases and why we need them, how they work. It's good. But when I say learn the case, I mean, number 1, understanding the function of the case. Number 2, having memorized all the forms. And number 3, actively using your case. So this number 3 is often overlooked. People jump onto the next case without having actively using it. So my suggestion here is that you should ask your teacher to organize a focused conversation, natural flowing conversation around your case. Let it be focused. Let you practice all the forms that you have learned. It will be good for you. And if you jump to the next case too soon, then you will find yourself stumbling over literally every word in the sentence. You don't need that. This is not good for your fluency. That's why you need to grow your vocabulary on the case. The case is your skeleton and vocabulary is your muscles. I suggest that you learn the cases in the following order: nominative, prepositional, accusative, genitive, dative, instrumental. Thirdly, to ease your progress in the elementary level, what you can do, you can, for now, just ignore declining adjectives, because adjectives and modifiers, all modifiers are also declined in Russian. Then what you can do, you can easily go without adjectives for now, okay? And later, once you have already the understanding of how the cases work, you can easily add declining adjectives. It's just in the elementary level, you don't really need that double work of declining a noun and an adjective. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and if there are any more questions about tricky Russian grammar, I'll be here, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye for now!